So, sorry I was a couple minutes late. Hi everybody, how you doing? Is my volume okay for those of you here, but not really here? You know what I mean. Hope you're all well. It's been a bit. I don't know about y'all, but I've had one or two people wanting, if it isn't Andre. What's up, nerd? Can you hear me okay? I have a fan going. I don't know if it's being picked up or not. If it is, I can adjust. If it isn't being picked up, we're good. Not going to worry about it. Excuse me, princess. You know how it is. You know how it is. Right? Audio sounds good? Wunderbar. Just chilling. So, my understanding is this demo is not super long. It's only like 2 odd hours. I've turned German. I have not, Tanner. Thank you, though. Hi. I already literally have a German here. I'm not. I'm part. I think I'm part German. Actually, I am Irish, Hungarian, French. I know. Quite the collection there. Quite the fucking collection. I'm Irish. That's why I have nothing but freckles, pasty skin, and a red beard. The Hungarian is the facial features and the dark regular hair. And the French, I don't know. It's a small French. It's my maternal grandmother comes from French descent. My maternal grandfather is Hungarian. My paternal grandfather, Irish. 50% Irish. So, 50% Irish, I guess my dad means he's quarter Irish, and then I'm like 1/16th. I don't math. We're fine. I'm not mathing right now. Anyway, how are we all? How you doing? Andre, you doing all right? Tanner, holding up? We don't like math around here. We don't like math around here, these parts. I was going to be a math teacher for high school. Fell, fell asleep and now you're back up. Makes sense. So, you. I didn't sleep well last night. I mean, I went to bed at a regular time. I woke up when my alarm went off for work, but I just felt tired. So, who knows? Regular headache shit. I will be all right. You know how it is. But here we are. I'm primarily playing this because certain people have been bugging me quite often that I should try this out. However, those certain people don't seem to be here right now. Additionally, as I was saying before, found out this is only like 2 to 3 hours long. So this will be it. Bitch ass Herman ain't even here. Shake my head. I know. That's one of them. This is only like a 2 to 3 hour demo. and my streams usually go 4. So I figure we can just chill here for a little bit and just chat while we wait for some of those dummies. Want to swing around a Keyblade, goddammit. Scoter, I'd be scared if you had a Keyblade, an IRL Keyblade. Magical or not. Only 2 to 3 hours. Back in my day, you'd be lucky the demos lasted 10 minutes. Twisted, back in our day, we didn't have demos. Back in our day, the demos weren't a thing until like PlayStation 1. Now, here's the thing. I don't know if any of you know this. Twisted will probably know this. Hi, Twisted. I'm glad you're here, by the way, bud. Twisted might know this, but the rest of y'all probably don't. There was an official PlayStation magazine, OPM. And the one thing that was great about the official PlayStation magazine was this was the PlayStation magazine for the original PlayStation 1. Trick question, you love your Keyblade? Okay. Is it a real life-size 3.5 foot long Keyblade, or is it like a keychain? So you had this, like, there's Nintendo Power. It was a Nintendo magazine. Sega had one for a little while, but no one gave a shit. And then when the PlayStation was released, they had the official PlayStation magazine. That's awesome, Scoter. I'm excited for you and trepidatious of anyone in your immediate vicinity. And one thing official PlayStation magazine had, which was amazing, was in every issue, they had a demo disc. You would get the issue, you'd either subscribe to it, or you would just go and buy it off the rack. And in the back would be a little sleeve with a demo disc. And it was a CD, and the back of the CD was completely black, and it had like 3 or 4 demos of games that were talked about in the magazine issue you're reading. Up until then, no such thing as fucking demos. Super Nintendo didn't have a demo. 64 didn't have a demo. But now on disc, you could. So you'd get the demo disc. Like, oh, I get to try out 30 minutes of this game. I get to try out a level of this game and start to experience, oh, maybe this is kind of cool. I don't know, maybe I should try this out. So I collected OPM, official PlayStation magazine, for at least, 2 years, probably. And I collected the demo discs. And if any of you have been talking to me long enough, you understand how I am. While I don't have the magazines anymore, I still own all of the demo discs that I had when I still had my subscription. They're sitting in one of my Case Logics right now with my PlayStation 1 games. I own roughly 120 to 140 PlayStation 1 games. Maybe more. Because PlayStation came out in 97. Or was it late 96? You own 5. PlayStation came out around that time frame. I think it was 97. Came out in 97. I was in basic training. I had just finished basic, and I was in actual training for my job when I was in the Air Force. And that was in Pensacola, Florida. Don't think you've ever touched a PS1? Oh, man. I've told the story of me getting my first PlayStation. That we're not retreading this. I've told the story one other time, but I'll say it again while we wait for dummies. I bought my PlayStation when I was in Pensacola, Florida. Extra memory card and Final Fantasy VII. Remember those magazines? Rarely got them. I was much more extroverted when I was a kid. Most of the time went out and touched grass. Was very on again, off again when you were young. It wasn't until you reach your mid-teens when you spent more time. Yeah, I touched grass, but I also was sitting in my basement playing D&D or playing Super Nintendo games or playing with Legos for an entire weekend. I'll tell you, I have Lego stories that you have no fucking idea about, but we're not going to get into that right now. That's a story for another time. Head to the PlayStation. Legos, you have no idea. Give it time. When the story comes around organically, you will hear about my Lego stories. Anyway, We're not talking about that right now. We're talking about PlayStation. We're talking about how I took my PlayStation with me to my first duty assignment, which was Osan Air Force Base, South Korea. Got PS1 a few years back with Final Fantasy 5 and 6. The original Metal Gear was nice. When you were a kid, one thing I always asked for Christmas was a Lego pirate ship. Never got it. Twisted, we had 2. I'm not going to talk about that right now. Again, you're sidetracking me. I go on enough of my fucking tangents as it is, and you bringing this up is going to give me another tangent. I'm never going to get back to my point. So just table, hey Herman, table the Lego discussion for another time. I'll finish the PlayStation discussion, and then we'll get into the demo. Glad to show up, Herman. Full of tangents, what you do. Shadow Colossus key game. Yeah, I know, Scoter. It's okay. So, get my PlayStation 1. You're fine, bud. Twisted, you're fine. Don't worry about it. I get my PlayStation 1, PCS to Korea, and there I am. Halfway across the fucking world. Didn't know shit from shit. Demo, give us the Lego stories. No Tanner. In time. And I didn't know anything. I was terrified. This is a person who had never left the state of Kansas, and now I'm in Korea. The only thing I knew about it was the fact that they both started with the same letter. Here I am, completely terrified of everything, and what do? All right, I'm just going to play my PlayStation. I go to work, come home, PlayStation. Yeah, we're not. There was a little shop right off base that sold video games, and what they offered, they said, hey, you pay us like $40, we'll mod your PlayStation. Why, you ask? Well, they would receive Japanese PlayStation games, and they would literally just burn them to CD-ROMs, CDRs. Just one-to-one burn, and then if you modded the motherboard of the PlayStation, you were able to read the burn discs. So what I would do, well, first I went down and I spent like $40, $45. Not only did I get them to mod my PlayStation 1, they took off the gray clamshell and put on a clear purple clamshell. So I've got a modded purple PlayStation, and now I could buy all these copied PlayStation games, and they were like $6 a piece. They would take the cover of the manual, because with the PlayStation 1 games, there was an actual manual inside the jewel case of the game. They'd take a photocopy of the front of that, print out just a photocopy, cut it out, slide it in a new jewel case, and you open it up and you have a CDR with some hand scratch of what the name of the game is. There's your fucking game. What was my very first game on PlayStation? Final Fantasy VII. That was my first game on PlayStation. I bought at the store. One of the first games I bought that was a rip. I bought, before it was released in the US, Time Crisis, equally good game. Before it was released in the US, I bought a Japanese burn of Metal Gear Solid. Raise your hand if you've played the original Metal Gear Solid. What's up, Allah? It was Parappa the Rapper. Hey, don't fuck with Parappa the Rapper. That was a good goddamn game. So, those of you that have played the first Metal Gear Solid should remember your encounter with Psycho Mantis. Now, what was the trick to beating Psycho Mantis in the original Metal Gear Solid? Right, Herm's right. Psycho Mantis was an enemy in Metal Gear Solid that was able to like read your mind or predict your future or whatever, and anything you tried to do you couldn't get done. He would stop you from doing it and always fuck you up. What you had to do, and it didn't really tell you this, was you had to literally plug in a second controller in the second port. Yeah, he would read your game card and talk shit about other memory saves you have. Be like, yeah, well, you're trying to beat me. I see you can't get through Dino Crisis. And you're like, motherfucker, fuck you, what? So it was one of those really just blow your mind type of things. But if you put in a second controller in the second controller port, it was like he didn't catch on that you were doing that, and you'd beat him that way. It was a great idea, great concept, great way to take care of it. Turn off the game, no Tanner. So there's one slight downside to all of this. Remember, when I would buy these rips, I'm buying the Japanese version. I got all the way to Psycho Mantis. I don't know Japanese. So I never got past that because I didn't know what the fuck was going on. Even when he talks shit about the saves, I'm like, come on, I don't know that. So I stonewalled. I couldn't go any further in the game because I literally didn't know what to do. And you didn't have like fucking internet at that time to Google shit. You barely did. You barely could go out to like Usenets and stuff, but it wasn't really a thing. So it was just like, all right, you learn Japanese just to win. No, Tanner. It was one of those, hey, this game's really cool. Here it's coming to the US. I guess I'm putting it aside. But I got this super long demo, which was the actual game in Japanese, getting me all the way to that point. So, modded PlayStation 1, buying all these burn things. I own like 170 PlayStation 1 games, all sitting in a Case Logic. And I'd say 75% of those games are rips. All PlayStation 1 games. Paper and pencil and sit in the aisle, write everything you can remember to get them on. Yeah, right. So I've got these Case Logics of all these fucking games. Snake Eater, chronologically speaking, starting from the beginning of the story. So Snake Eater is a standalone, just a brilliant game. Can't see what Delta's all about. Yeah. So I played first Metal Gear Solid, beat it, loved it. Sons of Liberty I played. There was a lot of Raiden backlash in that game. I played that. Majority of that, I don't know if I finished that. I never touched Snake Eater. I've never played it. So when Delta comes out, if it is a Snake Eater remaster, I'll play it. I'm aware of it, but I kind of fell off Metal Gear Solid at that time. I was focused on other shit. So yeah, my PlayStation story. I have PlayStation 1. I gave it to my dad. He's got it because I had him play in Final Fantasy Tactics. But I have all these games in my closet. I'd love to find a way for me to actually stream them on the PlayStation, not like an emulator, but like my literal PlayStation. But that's down the road. We're not worried about that right now. Anyway, there's my PlayStation story. I'm sure there's a way to do that. And there'll be another time and place where I tell my Lego story, but now is not that time nor that place. You'll just have to wait. No idea about Delta. Get a chance to play it. Yeah. I have no doubt that it's a highly regarded, highly esteemed game. Tony Hawk demo was a big part of your first piece. Yeah, because the demo was one of the OPMs in one of the official PlayStation mags. I still have all those. In fact, what I'll do later, I'll take some photos of those old discs and I'll post them on Discord. But yeah. I'm sure some people here, like Herman, are waiting and not wanting to sit here and listen to me yammer on forever and ever. And they're waiting me to start this actual demo. But motherfucker's gonna have to wait for a minute, all right? You hear me, Herman? You gotta wait a minute. You gotta wait a minute. You have Mars in the background? You fucking dick. Listen. Let's be real. Let's be 100% real right now. If the choice was me or Mars, I would turn me off too. But I'm here, so what am I gonna do, right? Anyway, that was my place. You guys playing? Yeah. It'll be okay, brother. It'll be okay. So anyway, it's okay, man. Hope everyone's doing all right. Glad you're here. As Herman and some others have informed me, this game is not 4 hours. This demo is not 4 hours. So my stream will not be 4 hours long. But we'll be playing through the entire demo. Now, I'll preface this to let you know I'm not buying this game right now. Thanks, Quark. I'm looking forward to it. It sounds interesting. Everyone's talking this fucking thing up. Make it 6 just to be safe. I'm going to get this game eventually. I'm currently working through fill the back half of Lego Stories or whatever the fuck Tanner was on about. We'd never know what Tanner's on about, but it's okay. It's not a bad idea. You know what's not being talked up? Scoter, I have no idea what's not being talked up. Could you possibly enlighten me? Dark Souls, of course, right. Well, you see that 50,000 point redeem, Scoter, to choose whatever game I play next. I know you're counting down as you slowly accumulate points. You don't even know what you're on about? It's okay, Tanner. Dark Souls 1, pretty good, not gonna lie. I'll get around to it. So I'm not buying this game immediately. I'm currently in the process of playing through and platinuming every single player Final Fantasy game. Space Marines 2 co-op. Maybe. I'm currently replaying playing for the first time every Final Fantasy game. And I'm getting platinum on it. And I'm going in order, single player games. And the only reason this was brought up was because the Pixel Remaster came out, and I'm telling you right now, y'all, the Pixel Remaster is amazing. Have I played Goat Simulator? Asking for a friend. I have not played Goat Simulator. I also have no interest in playing Goat Simulator. Doesn't seem like it's my bag. I've already platinumed Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I just recently started 5. Then it's going to be 6, and that's the end of the Pixel Remaster. When it comes to Final Fantasy 7, I'm playing the original Final Fantasy 7, not the remake. Remember, I'm trying to finish a game. Front to back story. And the remake, they're stretching this fucking thing out, and you're not going to get everything for another couple years. First time you played was Oddworld. Yeah, Oddworld was weird. Oddworld was a weird one. Medieval wasn't bad. So I'll be playing Final Fantasy VII OG to platinum that. And then, of course, 8, 9, and 10. I'll do X2. And then after that, Oddworld was odd. You are correct. After that, I'll play whatever single-player Final Fantasy games are available to me through PlayStation Plus. Most of them are on there. I'm not too worried. Yes, Tanner. No interest. Yeah, I know what you're doing, you dick. And hopefully in my replay, arcade version of Medieval where I live, and loved it, but they done move the machine. That's unfortunate, those assholes. Hopefully when I replay 7, I can change the score that I give it. Because my memory, I don't need to play Goat Simulator, I'm already the goat. Mia, you silly goose. I'm just explaining how numbers work, Jordan. 1, then 2, then 3. Yeah, I am. It's one of the few things I'm really fairly secure I know what it is about. Numbers. The other students are here. Yeah, they did do a recent Oddworld remake. No, I'm going to replay 7 because right now 7 is one of the worst Final Fantasy games I've played. So I hope the replay helps that. But as it stands right now, 7 is don't you bitch me, Herman. I've said this before and I'll continue to say this. The story to 7 is not that good. Or it wasn't when I played it before. I hope 7 is the favorite among fans, yes. It's 100% the favorite among fans. Do I think it's that good? No. No, I don't. I think the story, last time I remember playing the game, I felt the story was very basic. And it wasn't very original, and it was very just, ugh. I was just swan channeling. That's Herman, I'll allow that one. You're good. I'll allow it. The reason 7 popped off as it did was because up until that point, the U.S. only had they had 4 Final Fantasy games at the time. They had Final Fantasy 1, the OG, and the NES, which came out the same time as Dragon Quest / Dragon Warrior. And it was just, Final Fantasy. Cool. Great. Final Fantasy 2 in the U.S., which was 4 in Japan. 2 was for the Super Nintendo. I loved it. It's amazing for me because of nostalgia purposes. Then we had Final Fantasy 3 in the US, which was 6 in Japan, which also got rave accolades. There was another game called Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, which was like my first Final Fantasy type of thing. Not that good of a game. Very basic, very simple. It's like middle school Final Fantasy, but to get people into the game and enjoy it. That was also Super Nintendo. So you had all these Super Nintendo Final Fantasy games, and they were all right. And then they released 7 for the PlayStation. PlayStation has CDs, PlayStation has graphics. And now we're seeing all this stuff, and at that time, mind-blowing fucking graphics. Mind-blowing. Literally jaw-dropping. Like, oh my god, this is breathtaking. And we have never seen this before. So it shot up on everyone's list because of how good it looked. And the story was good to them. You had the character tropes and character types, one-dimensional characters that fit the mold for most JRPGs. And people glommed onto it. And people have still glommed onto it. And these are the 30 to 40-year-olds, late 30s, early 40s, Gen X, who have attached themselves to Final Fantasy VII as part of their identity, and attach themselves to 7 as a mature story when really it's not that great. But then again, I'm going to replay 7, and hopefully I can reassess that situation. But as far as I see it, 7 got all the hype because it looked amazing, and it did at the time. But the story was kind of ass to me. If I wanted a good Final Fantasy story at the time, I was going to play fucking Chrono Trigger anyway. There's a game. If you haven't played fucking Chrono Trigger, play it. You're missing out. You want an RPG with time travel? Do it. You want an RPG where you control a frog with a greatsword? There's your game. Futuristic street bike racing? There's your game. A lady in a loincloth riding a T-Rex? There's your game. Chrono Trigger. Check it out. But enough of my talking. Can't stay for the stream, gotta work in the morning. Oh, no problem, Twisted. Thanks for stopping by, man. I appreciate your being here. You get some rest and good luck at work tomorrow. Frog, nope, you're out. Dino riding ladies in loincloths, interesting. I only see Chrono Cross in the PS Store, sorry. Are you all telling me you've seriously never played Chrono Trigger? Tell me that's not true. Hero, what's up, brother? Nah, you're not Swan playing games before your time. Hero has... No, if anyone right now in this chat, outside of Twisted, has played... You expect me to have played it? Hero, hi friend. Have you played Chrono Trigger? See? Was it then and is it now still considered one of the best role-playing games ever made? If you do a list, if you Google best video role-playing games of all time, Chrono Trigger is going to be top 5. No matter what list you look at, no matter what website you look at, Chrono Trigger's top 5. The Chrono Trigger is also a Square Enix product. Square Enix, the same guys that did Final Fantasy. Chrono Trigger. So those of you youngins out there, tweaked out playing Pokemon, I'm not following his footsteps. You appear to have Chrono Triggered. No, you haven't. I'm just making sure you guys are aware that there's some really quality, high caliber RPGs out there. I guarantee if you go into the server right now and you go, "Hey Dream, you play Chrono Trigger," he'll probably opine on that as well. Anyone in Crim will talk about it. It's up there in RPGs. It is. It's not bullshit like 7. Anyway, enough of that. Speaking of Swan, where's his stupid ass? He's supposed to be here. He works it soon. Thought he'd at least be seeing some of this. Anyway, are we ready? This is one of the first games I know. Holy shit, was good. Yeah, it really was. We ready for this demo? You guys can sit there. You gonna message him? Go ahead. Let him know I'm starting, so he can fucking panic. No, you're not ready? Well, Tanner says we're not ready, so I gotta wait, Herman. If Tanner says we're not ready, I can't go. That's just, I mean, those are the rules, right? You overrule Tanner, let's do this. Tanner's not ready for this ass whooping. You become too powerful. All right, well, Mia says that she overrules you, and Herman's threatening violence. Herman, our passive teddy bear, is threatening violence. We know it's serious. Enough of my blathering. Enough of my rambling about PlayStations and Legos. Let's get into this, shall we?
It was Moss the Chronicler who said that the land of Valisthea is blessed in the light of the Mother Crystals. And that it was this light
Shut up,
which
man.
finally led our forebears out of the darkness. Yet, what they saw in the light gave rise to temptation. Temptation that ever lures us back into the crystal shadow.
How many times
And thus
has
did our
Herman
journey
seen this intro from another streamer? Over under 10. Definitely over 10, yeah. Might be over 20. Phoenix and a Freak, yeah. Hero he is. All right, Gandalf. Music is good. Corky, right?
It'll be light soon. Both camps have begun to stir.
You all know the target. Shiva's dominant. And only the dominant.
No one else? Where's the fun in that? How do we even know the girl will be among them?
Our kind do not question orders. We follow them. Try to keep that in mind. Let's get this done.
Brooding, attractive main character with a large sword. Yeah, makes sense. Okay. Y'all, look at this motherfucker. Herman already fucking lying to me. Already lying to me. This guy.
Focus, Wyvern. You are key to this mission's success.
Yes, Sergeant.
I said focus, Wyvern.
Yo. We have camera settings, graphic settings, sound settings. There we go. I'd say most cutscenes, never counted when you couldn't do it in. Well, I was the first one again to allow that to happen. Actually, you said hold touchpad anytime during a cutscene if you want to know more. Main character being Clive. I know. Swan was going on a rant the other day about how people don't appreciate medieval names, and I'm thinking to myself, Clive, when I think of medieval names, Clive doesn't really jump at the forefront. It's okay, Herm.
Don't have time for this.
Alright, I don't know. I'm perfectly fine. Let's see. It doesn't bother me any. I don't know if you guys are having issues, though. Getting annoyed, people in Tori's chat complaining about the names. Wow.
All hell is about to break loose.
Time to move.
We're just in time.
I recognize that music.
These Iron Blood are more beast than man.
The way this is going, they won't need this new dominant of theirs. What?
That music's the same motif to starting screens for a lot of Final Fantasy games.
To the gates! Quickly! Move!
What do you mean, you refuse? Did you not pledge your swords to our cause?
Come now. Marshal, the King of Waloed is our guest.
And you have His Majesty's answer.
Important information relevant to Clive's current storyline progression. Well. A stronghold situated at the western end of the Nysa defiled the Dhalmekian Republic. In the year 873, it served as the site of a meeting convened by the Dhalmekians with their Waylander allies. Hi, Witchy, I appreciate you too. In an attempt to enlist their aid in driving back the Ironblood, who had been a thorn in their side since the Battle of the Twin Realms 8 years before. Witchy, 13 months, you nerd! Thank you for the resub, my only moderator. I think you care for whatever you don't worry about it. I'm fine. You good? A nation formed from a federation of 5 smaller states. It is located in the southern half of the continent of Storm, and has its capital at Rondella. It is also home to the mother crystal known as Drake's Fang. There is no official state religion, and citizens are free to worship as they please. Dhalmekia's key political entity is the Parliament, which is formed of ministers representing each of the states, with the Prime Minister at its head. I just feel so much relief that I pause and read, unlike some unnamed streamers. If you're insinuating that's for Tori, Tori's not going to read this shit. No, she's not. At all. That's not her bag. The Kingdom of Waloed. Waloed? Tori read some? Impressive. The sole surviving nation in Ash, Waloed, has its capital at Stonehair, home to the mother crystal of Drake's Spine. A warlike land, its considerable military might serves to keep neighboring countries at bay. While Waloed does maintain a notional alliance with the Dhalmekian Republic in Southern Storm, it is very much a marriage of convenience. Dhalmekia's standing army, while officially an organ of the Republic, each of its 5 states is granted relative autonomy with regard to the management of its troops. Aside from certain specialized squads, battle deployments are mostly comprised of small units, employing a mixture of foot soldiers and battle mages. The former are known and feared for their curved swords and prodigious axes, and the deadly skill with which they wield them. Thank you, Herman. Right.
I wonder that you summoned us at all. Have you so little faith in your own men? It was the Dhalmekians who drove back the Crusaders in the Battle of the Twin Realms, was it not? Or am I mistaken? Besides, your dominant has yet to take the field. And when he does, our knights would only get in the way.
Perhaps you have not heard, but the Ironblood now have their own dominant. We would be fools to underestimate them.
Bugger their knights.
What did you say?
Should this citadel be allowed to fall, the capital will lie exposed. And I doubt the Crusaders will wait for the good king's pawns to line up before taking to the board.
Thanks, Dick.
Which just leaves me.
Hroka!
The Iron Blood will rule the day they set foot on Storm. This game is over.
Right, man. Pretty much, Andre, yeah. Understood.
You cock.
Benedicta.
Take care.
Does the lion take care when he chases the hare? Or do you think me one of the latter?
I'm good,
No,
Herm.
my love. You are a lion. You're my lion.
I'm not afraid of a little frost, Benedicta.
Yeah, you know me.
I will need someone to warm me when I come home.
Not shocking at all, Jordan. Conversely, it's the part where I roll my eyes.
This is our chance. The chaos will conceal us.
Figured as much. Can you jump off the edge and die?
And quick and deadly.
As always. Take the van.
No. Alright. Astream. Good one. The Bastards! A unit of trained assassins deployed to the Nysa Defile deep within Dhalmekian territory and tasked with the elimination of an enemy dominant. Brand, the mark applied to the cheeks of bearers, identifying them as something other than human. The great nations of Valisthea have a long-standing accord to brand their bearers in this way, that the slaves might be traded across borders. The fighting forces of the Iron Kingdom. Ultimate command rests with the king, who issues orders directly to the commanders of each of his battalions. Ironblood soldiers generally prefer heavy clubs and great axes over swords and other lighter weapons. This rather brutal approach is indicative of their overall attitude, which has earned them a reputation on the continent as savage, if somewhat primitive, warriors. We already did this. And we've already done this. Didn't we? No, the Nysa Defile. A deep, arid valley. We might have, doesn't matter.
Wait. Something's not right.
Right? Really cool tattoo slaves. Cool, never mind. Alright.
Orcs finally grew tired of being slaughtered.
Ha! And look who's here to greet the bastard.
Come on.
The Warden of Earth, of whom Hugo Kupka is the current dominant. He takes the form of a stone-skinned giant. Yeah, where's Aaron when we need him? Whose granite fists shake the earth with every mighty pummel. Titan's dominant awakens among the peoples of the Dhalmekian deserts, the recipient of a strength being granted great power and status by the Republic in return for a commitment to protect the nation in times of war. Shiva, the Warden of Ice, whose appearance on the battlefield makes her enemies' blood run cold. Ha ha. The Ironblood sent Shiva against the Republican forces in the Nysa Defile, where she dueled against Titan, the icon of Earth. Oh no, she's hot, says Tanner.
Get to die here, Wyvern. Move!
Dude plays games. Oh no.
Anytime, Wyvern.
Oh, I can't jump across? Fine.
Stand there.
Insert your BS puns now.
Wyvern! Wyvern!
I told you before, you do not get to die here.
rocked his world. This game rocks. Apparently he didn't do his BS at avoiding that rock.
Clive! Get up, Clive!
True, Herman. Thanks, hero. 860. 13 years earlier?
Do you yield?
Rosalith Castle, situated in the heart of the ducal capital of Rosalith. It is from this towering ivory fortress that the Archduke and his family rule their nation. An architectural feat the founder himself would be proud of, the castle has stood since the early days of the duchy and watched over the rise of this proud nation and the people who inhabit the city beneath.
Well, if you're not cut out to be a shield, there's always work for you in the stables. Unless, of course, you think you can defend your master while sat on your arse in a puddle of pig swill.
I'm sure he'd find a way. My brother always looks after me. Right?
Go on. You're sure to hit him eventually.
Don't give up now.
Fuck that dog.
Two arms, then. It wouldn't do to disappoint the gallery.
That dog looked dumb.
Let's start again from the beginning. Come, show me your form.
I didn't mean literally fornicate. I'm saying the dog's dumb.
Once more, please. Very good.
He's a good boy, how dare.
Such swordsmanship will serve you well in the field.
It's okay, Herman.
But
I
can
know.
the same be said of your spellcraft? The flames of the Phoenix burn within you. Now let them burn without. Come, Clive. Rain fire down upon me.
Triangle cast fire. Okay.
Keep them coming. Well done. You wield the Firebird's flames just as a first shield should.
You flatter me, my lord.
Or would you rather I flattened you? Can be arranged. Let's see if you can elude my blade. After all, your attacking prowess will count for naught if you don't live long enough to use it. On your toes, Lord Rossfield. Good. Move only when you must. Come on. How did you? Good. Remember, Clive, your blade is not your only weapon. Quickness of thought and fleetness of foot are indispensable arms in any shield's arsenal. But you are not just any shield, are you? Show me what sets you apart from the rest. You have been blessed by the Phoenix, granted the use of its power. Call upon that power now to close on me. Well, I'm waiting.
People in the world, people who excel at the dodge, and people that aren't excellent at the dodge. Yeah, I lucked out. What are you guys babbling about with proper nouns over here? Should I pay attention to what you guys are fucking saying, or just ignore it and keep playing? Move along. Understood. Blessing of the Phoenix grants Clive the ability to perform feats of human strength and dexterity. Phoenix Shift is one such iconic feat. For circle to swiftly close in on a distant target. Okay.
Good. Fly at your foe before he can raise his guard.
I was thinking the same thing.
Fly at me on the Firebird's wings.
Iconic.
Impressive. But even the most agile shield cannot hope to escape every blow. And death may come by a handful of cuts as easily as it comes by 1,000. There is only one way to ensure that you do not fall. Keep your wounds mended and your energies replenished.
Is that right, Mayo?
Speaking of which, my lord, you seem a little worse for wear. Now that won't do at all.
Consumable items such as potions and tonics can be used to restore hit points and blah blah. Okay.
That's better. Battle is a succession of pivotal moments, wherein life and death can be decided at a single stroke. You must be ready to utilize every tool at your disposal if you are to navigate a path to victory. Or at the very least, to ensure that you live to fight another day. Enough practice. It's time for the test. You've recovered from your soaking, I trust. You wouldn't want to kick a man while he's drowned.
I thought you'd never ask.
Come then, Lord Rosfield. Spar with me. If you believe yourself worthy to be called Shield of the Flame, then prove it.
As you wish, my lord.
Have at me, boy. Make proof of your strength.
A will gauge indicates an opponent's will to fight back. Breakthrough spread by landing attacks and strike them when they're vulnerable.
Go on, you're sure to beat him this time.
You can do it, Clive. Just stay calm.
You're taking this seriously.
Keep going, Clive.
Mark's will has been broken, leaving him staggered. Try dealing as much damage as he can before he regains his senses. R2 square to execute Rising Flames.
Well, it's time I took my own advice. I used all the tools at my disposal. Come on.
Go on, Clive. Keep pressing.
Just a little more. We believe in you.
You're a damnably quick learner, Lord Rosfield.
Okay.
He won! See? I told you he
eh?
Yeah. It's a nice little twist.
Bested at last. It's taken me long enough. That was a display worthy of your father. You are a true shield of the flame, and let no one tell you otherwise.
Clive Rossfield, Emo. Firstborn son of Archduke Elwyn, ruler of Rosaria. From a young age, Clive dedicated himself to mastering the blade, and his practice paid off when he was appointed First Shield of Rosaria, tasked to guard the Phoenix, and blessed with the ability to wield a part of his fire. Rodney Murdoch, Lord Commander of the Rosarian Army. Not only is he a skilled warrior and loyal guardian of the Rossfield household, he is also a fine tutor. Indeed, it was he who trained Clive in the secrets of swordplay. While he may be a hard taskmaster, his belief and trust in the shields that serve under him make him a much-loved leader. First Shield, title granted to the mightiest and most stalwart shield of the Rosarian Army. The First Shield is entrusted with the personal protection of the dominant of the Phoenix, and is gifted a portion of the Icon's power over flame, a boon known as the Blessing of the Phoenix. The boon Joshua bestowed upon his brother, upon Clive's ordination as First Shield, allowing him to wield fire-aspected magic without a crystal. It has long been custom in Rosaria for the dominant of the Phoenix to share a part of their power in this way, performing the rite of rejuvenation upon those they appoint as their protectors that they might serve them the better. No, Tanner, you're not right.
Including me. What are you lot gawping at? Back to your drills.
Joshua, I was just tired. The Phoenix's flames are a gift. You mustn't waste them.
It isn't a waste. My shields look after me. Why shouldn't I?
That's why. You were coughing this morning too. You shouldn't be outdoors.
I'll be fine. It's just a cold.
Don't push yourself.
His Grace has returned!
Father's back.
Hey.
On his shield.
Your Grace, please, this is no place for one such as you.
I would gladly brave hell itself to see my darling boy. Gentlemen, Rosaria thanks you for your indefatigable loyalty.
Joshua Rossfield, second son of the Archduke of Rosaria. Joshua was appointed heir to the ducal throne by virtue of his awakening as the dominant of the Phoenix. His love and admiration for his elder brother Clive is absolute, and he is only too proud to have him serve as his first shield. His love for carrots, less so. If they just cast the kid as yet another sick, magical little boy, the boot fits.
Thank you, Your Grace. We live to serve.
Joshua. You should not be out of doors. We have discussed this.
I'm sorry.
Good day to you, Mother.
What are you
Joshua.
talking to?
Your father will be expecting us.
Bitch. Jill Warwick. Born a princess of the Northern Territories, Jill was made a ward of Rosaria after her homeland's incessant raids were quelled by the duchy. She was raised in Rosalith Castle alongside Clive and Joshua, who came to love her as a sister. Annabella Rossfield, Duchess of Rosaria, wife of Archduke Elwyn, and mother to Clive and Joshua. While she adores her younger son, she treats Clive and Jill with naught but thinly veiled contempt. Good job.
Lord Murdoch?
Your Grace.
What a way to treat your own flesh and blood.
I know. It's not his fault. Not everyone can be born the Phoenix.
What's the phrase? Bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks?
We should join them.
Alright, Chocobo. Nope. I guess we gotta wait for them to talk and get introduced first. I'll be hitting that shit all the time now, Herman. Blame him. Blame Herman for this.
Rise, my friends.
Nope.
Welcome home, Father.
Smart man.
Thank you, Joshua. You are well, I trust?
Yes, Father. Much better. Today, Jill and I went to the bailey to watch Clive's spa.
Is that so?
Oh, here comes the stupid fucking dog. Elwyn Rossfield, Archduke of the Grand Duchy of Rosaria, and father of Clive and Joshua, loved by his people for his steadfast leadership both at home and on the battlefield, which he put to good effect in quelling the rebellious northern territories. Minecraft mod is the only reason I know what a chocobo is. This one's more sexual. Can we cancel me yet? Why are you going to cancel me? Because I'm not a dog guy? Not a fan of the dogs? Alright, so this is my first exposure to this game. And only those of you that might know this reference would be able to tell me whether or not I'm right. And if you understand the reference, don't tell me if I'm wrong or right. Does that make any sense? I'm going to say something. I'm going to refer to another piece of media. Either you're not going to understand the fuck. I love that Tori was worried about the dog dying and I'm actually rooting for it. Yeah, you're right. I'm going to refer to something from another piece of media. And if you don't get it, you don't get it. Don't worry about it. But if you do get what I'm referencing, don't tell me if I'm right or wrong. I just want to say it. Swan. Elwyn Rossfield reminds me of Duke Leto Atreides. And I wonder if Elwyn Rossfield is going to have the same fate as Duke Leto Atreides. Don't tell me. I'm just putting this out right now in case it does happen. And if it doesn't happen, that's fine. But I'm assuming this is Final Fantasy XVI's Duke Leto. Anyway, hi Swan. How you doing, bud? Yeah, like I said, if you don't get it, you don't get it. Don't sweat it. Tanner's correct. So anyway, That's just my thought. Don't worry about it. We're moving on. We're going to continue with the game. Let's get back to this stupid mongrel and see what happens to it.
Quiet. Stop it, boy. Not now.
He'll make a fine hound one day.
Father.
Lift up your head, girl.
Thank you, Your Grace.
The capital rejoices at your safe return, Your Grace.
Fine, Herman.
War is coming, my boy. You must make ready.
Is the situation truly so grave?
Come to the throne room. We will talk there.
Yes, Father.
Let it, Herman. I don't care.
Shields dismissed.
Just like the dog now. Fuck that dog. Let's be real. I don't hate the dog. I don't care about the dog. I genuinely don't give a shit about this animal.
Where do you think you're going? Clive here is off to see the Archduke.
Right.
I'm not a hater, Swan. Just a realist. Sunrise, sunset. Should you find yourself lost, do not fret. Hold down L3 and trust in your animal instinct to point you in the right direction.
Is trouble brewing?
I'm
Cool.
not sure. I need to speak with Father.
Let's look at the animal. Clive's faithful friend, brought back from one of Archduke Elwin's expeditions to the frozen northern territories, where he was found half-starved and shivering in a snowfield, having presumably been separated from his pack. Elwin gifted the puppy to Clive upon his return, and the two became nigh inseparable. I mean, look at that face. That face is like, I suffered brain damage from the cold. That's what that face looks like to me. No? Just me? Alright, I guess it's just me then. Yes, Tanner. Dumb corner, you can take Gabe's hating ass with you. I appreciate you too. Useful items can be found across the realm by those who know where to look. Items discovered may be viewed in the Items tab in the main menu.
Stuff unpacked before the Duchess calls for our heads. Right you are.
I'm not beefing with the dog. It's just a fucking dog.
This is it, lads. Time to put an end to their little crusade. And Rosaria's future will be secure.
Herman, I'm not. Don't start this shit again. You and Andre. I don't need this. I don't hate all animals.
Need to shift this lot before we lose the light.
You once saw me give a kitten people's elbow. It deserved it. That kitten deserved it. Don't tell me otherwise. I was playing Assassin's Creed 3, and because I had to forage and hunt and take out certain animals, there was an assumption that I was an animal hater. And Elden Ring, crafting...
Forgive me, my lord, but I need to finish inspecting these crystals.
Wouldn't do to give our soldiers spent shards.
Was it a cat while driving today? Would have been Gabe's hero if I'd done it. No, I love cats. Don't get it twisted. I love cats.
That was a thrilling bout, my lord.
Don't remind you of Elden Ring? Bro. No, I'm not like Dina. What's up, Irish?
What is new? Forgive me, Lord Marquess. Pray do not concern yourself with this bungling cur. Bow to him, you fool. Did I say to speak? It was no trouble, really.
I'm not
do
eating
not indulge
animals.
him. To be allowed to stand in your lordship's presence is more than his kind deserves.
Y'all are
Why,
idiots.
neither the Empire nor the Republic treat their bearers half so well. He was lucky to be born in your father's dominion. Very lucky, as I remind him every day.
Stand, please.
Stand.
I trust his good fortune will continue.
Of course, if that is your lordship's wish.
Don't work too hard. Remember, it is for the good of the duchy that you serve.
As do we all, my lord.
As do we all.
Come along now. Back to your duties.
Stop, Irish. You guys are being fools. An accident gave him the name immediately admitted with zero regret. Yeah, you're right. I have no shame. I'll tell you. I like chocobos. Cats are great. That dog looks dumb.
Looks like they're getting ready for supper.
I think someone's hungry.
Tanner, you've never seen me, but you're right. I do look dumb.
Fine display, my lord. Almost felt sorry for the Lord Commander.
Give me that high potion.
Wheat harvest's down again, apparently. This war ends up dragging on, we'll starve.
You haven't seen me, Tanner. Maybe didn't leak super earlier, so I should shoving 2 tons of stones in the garden. Wonderful. I look like a bitch-ass animal hater. Hey, Herman. I mean this with as much love in my heart as possible. Shut the fuck up.
I'm having my bearer filled well, my lord. Best to save what crystals we can, eh?
You gonna clip that for later? Go for it, Mia. Clip it. Love is really flying tonight. I saw that, Irish. That's fucking awesome. Congratulations again. Now you're free to incur as much suffering and debt in the workplace environment as the rest of us. We're very proud. But seriously, good job.
Nice and quiet in here, isn't it?
Okay, with a positive attitude as always. Yeah, it's great. Hey, good job on your next step closer to death. So proud of you. May your inevitability be finite and quick.
Where's Joshua?
Marquis. Forgive my man, he'll be done in a jiffy. Just getting the place tidied up for the big procession.
I just want to start screaming bees over and over again. Bees.
Clive,
Are you worried about the war?
the soldiers will expect the Phoenix to help them, but I don't know if I can.
Don't worry, Joshua.
Agreed, Irish.
Father will guide you. And I will protect you. Always.
I know. Thank you, Clive. I'm all right. I promise.
My lord, it's not how it looks. I'm, inspecting the castle walls by order of the Duchess. My lord, it's not how it looks. I'm, inspecting the castle walls by order of the Duchess.
Would it break immersion if I suddenly busted out a Fortnite dance?
That child is the future of our nation. He must be protected. All other concerns are insignificant.
No. What's up, Mom? Bitch. And I says, bitch. Some large gates and stiff levers require extra effort to operate. Use X to access them and hold R2 to push or pull with all your might. Wonderful. Nope. Nope. Cutscene. Alright.
Good luck.
Thanks, dog.
You commanded my presence, Your Grace. How may I
Shut
serve
up,
you?
Jordan.
All right, you can stop licking my boots. Mother isn't here.
Do the territories fare any better?
Most lie under a pall of black. In just these few moons, the Blight has taken nigh on all of the northern reaches. It is only a matter of time before it crosses the border.
By the flames.
Nearly every available bed in the capital is already occupied by those fleeing the Deadlands. Even if we were to send them south to Port Isolde, more would only follow in their wake. Every day we delay brings us closer to disaster. We must move now.
Against the Iron Kingdom.
We have traded blows with them for too long. It is time to end it.
The Deadlands, barren wastes bereft of aether, where no life stirs, and magic is all but unusable. Here both earth and water are stained black, preventing any seed from quickening, In recent years, the blight has spread over ever more widely, displacing whole nations before it, driving once peaceable fauna to violent desperation and leaving silent devastation in its wake. The Iron Kingdom, also known in the local tongue as Heran, the Iron Kingdom is an archipelago nation situated off the west coast of Storm, with its capital at Craigloisk. What's up, Krim? How you doing? The mother crystal, Drake's Breath, rises from a volcanic island situated just within or without its borders, depending on whom you ask. It has been the subject of long-standing conflict between the Ironblood and the neighboring Duchy of Rosaria. The Iron Kingdom's inhabitants shun any contact with outsiders, which has given rise to a unique, if largely inward-looking culture. Just playing the demo, Krim. Nice of you to stop by. Join in the festivities of everyone talking shit about me because I don't like a dog. Oh my god. You'd be talking shit anyway. You're right, Tanner. I don't like the dog. I don't care about the dog. I'm not. Oh Lord. I'm not a fan of dogs in general. Never really been a dog fan. And that dog is specifically there to be cute. With a little trademark at the end of it. And I'm choosing to resist that. Call me a bitch, Slon. Oh, Lord. Didn't care about the dog. Keeps mentioning the dog. Everyone keeps bringing up the goddamn dog, Andre. I don't want to throw the... I never said anything about a meat grinder. I had a dog when I was a wee lad. He was a German Shepherd. And when I was probably 9 or 10 years old, he jumped a fence and got hit by a car. Then, after that, I get a dog, a Black Lab German Shepherd mix. And down the street, my mom's friend had kids as well. It's all right, Krim. Don't worry about it, friend. You can still talk shit all you want. It's perfectly acceptable. My mom was friends with another woman who was also a nurse with her at the hospital, and she had 3 kids who lived down the road from us, who were similar ages to myself and my siblings. So we would all hang out. And sometimes we'd hang out in their yard, in their backyard. Sometimes they'd hang out in our backyard and play whatsoever. And we had this Black Lab German Shepherd. And at one point, the youngest was over with all of us playing. I'm comfortable with the energy you've created in the stream today. Jordan, you reap what you sow, my friend. So we're playing on one of those old swing sets, the metal ones that can give you tetanus if you screw up. And 16-minute rant returns. Mia, it's inevitable. You can't get away from them. So there's a bunch of us in the backyard playing, doing whatever, and for some reason the dog gets triggered and bites at the youngest of that family, who was probably 5 or 6 at the time. Gashed his forehead, cut him open. Everyone freaked out. Apologies. Oh my God, everything okay? We're good. Okay. And then that following year, or that summer, I was playing with the oldest, and we were just running down the street, chasing each other through backyards and shit, as kids are wont to do. He's running ahead of me. I'm chasing him. I think we're playing tag or something. We're kids. Who fucking knows, right? I'm probably like 11, 12 years old. And we run through my house, through the front yard, out the backyard, out the back, into the backyard. And he hangs a right. He's going to jump the fence to go into the alleyway. My Black Lab at this time doesn't know anything. Chases after him, jumps on his back, and bites down on his shoulder, dragging him to the ground, and starts to, attack him. So I have to like try to get this dog off of him when I weigh as much as the dog. So I kick the dog as hard as I can in the stomach. It finally lets go. This is roughly 1943, exactly. Right before I got called up for service, you twat. Everything's okay, everything's fine. And then his mother, my mom's friend, sues us. Takes us to court. I remember I had to go with my mom to testify. I don't remember. All I remember is I have an image of the courthouse, an image of me in a suit, and that's pretty much it. They eventually, I don't remember the result of it. The results I remember was we never talked to that family anymore after that. And the dog was incinerated by the city pound. So, not a big fan of dogs. Jordan. Swan, I don't even know. It was a dog, and probably not the greatest in training. They have to take them to the doctor, or they're still trusting black magic and prayer beads at this time. Really that? Yeah, that's pretty much what it was. Just that. Just praying to Baphomet at night. So I guess I don't like dogs because I have history as a child and subconscious negative connotations towards dogs in general. I don't need a chinchilla, thank you very much. Cats, on the other hand, I enjoy because they're aloof. They don't give a shit. Dogs I don't trust. Dogs are always happy to see you. They're always excited. They're always just there. Rub some dirt in it, say 10 Hail Marys. Yeah, that's exactly it, Krim. So I'm not a dog guy. Body of a dog, brain of a cat. I'll think about it. I will think about it. I got attacked by a cat once too. I've been in 2 situations with dogs attacking somebody, and I wasn't even close to being as terrified as I was when a cat attacked me. Being attacked by a cat is so much more terrifying than being attacked by a dog. What about fish? I have not been attacked by a fish. Although I'm still young, so I still have a lifetime. I'll just stay away from bodies of water. Hate geese though, fuck those things. Right? So yeah, not a big dog guy. Not a big fan. Not very interested in it. Dogs are too high maintenance. Dogs are too needy. I guess. Anyway, I'm still young. Swan. Just because you graduated high school last year. You're gonna be nothing but with a lake should move that fucking fast. I know, right? They used to have a semi-feral cat that was friendly to everyone. Well, as long as you were human. If you were a squirrel, you're fucked. Yeah, right. Everyone seems old to an infant. Class of 2020, you bitch. Get back to the game or tell another animal story. Tell me in chat. Back to game, animal story. Hero says game. It's 1 for game. Semi-feral because the pub gave him a place to sleep and occasionally drink water, but he fed himself. Nice. Irish. That's 2 for game. Looks like I'm going back to game. Either way, you'll watch the VOD. Sorry you gotta leave, Swan. Hopefully work isn't too shitty tonight. Or I can take another animal story, so game. Oh my god, y'all. Alright, we back on the game then. I'll tell the story some other time. It's not as atrocious or depressing as you think it is. Just inventory, so it should be good. Good. That's good to hear.
At the very least, we must secure Drake's breath. Without the blessing of the Mother Crystal, we cannot defend our realm from the spread of the Blight.
The Iron Blood will not relinquish it easily. This will be a bitter fight.
We ride for Phoenix Gate tomorrow. There we will listen to the words of our ancestors, as tradition dictates.
Am I to go with you as Joshua's shield?
There is something else I would have you do first.
Mia.
Rodney.
Lucky I like you.
You will have heard the reports, I'm sure, of beastmen from the north being sighted within our borders.
Goblins in the Stillwind Marshes. I know of the rumors, yes.
Then you know what must be done. I will give you 2 good men. While we ride north tomorrow, you will journey to Stillwind, search it, and clear it.
Not
then
that egregious,
you will join us
Irish.
at Phoenix Gate.
It is time to prove your strength. And shut your mother up for good.
Don't trust a word Mia said.
I will do my duty, Your Grace.
Young Clive is such a beautiful woman.
That will be all. Rest well. We ride at dawn.
Yes, Your Grace.
This war we mean to wage, it isn't only for control of the Mother Crystal. Above all else, we cannot allow those Ironblood savages to gain a foothold on Storm.
I know. I would sooner die than see them darken our shores again. I wish you a safe journey tomorrow.
And I you, Clive. May your blade strike true.
We drove the Iron Blood from our shores once before, but their patriarch still dreams of spreading his message to Storm. And when the Crusaders march, they move a damn sight quicker than the Blight ever did.
So we recapture the Mother Crystal, end their ambitions, and secure the Duchy.
Only the light of the Phoenix can guide us through these dark days. But that does not mean I'm happy asking this of Joshua. Look after him, won't you?
Understood, Krim.
Even if it costs me my life.
Let's make sure it doesn't come to that.
I don't have alert command. You assume too much of me. Be lucky I have literal redeems. I did that because Bianca yelled at me too much. Anything I have in here right now, emote-wise, is thanks to a witchy, because I'm lazy.
No messages, my lord.
Hydrating now. Thank you, Mia. Why is he wearing a corset? It's all the rage. Keeping him in check. You're right, hero.
How long will you be away this time?
Not long. 4 days, maybe 5.
And you will be taking Joshua?
Well, I can't exactly leave him behind, can I? The blood of the Rosfields runs in his veins. Before going to war, we perform the rite at Phoenix Gate. It's our way. You know that. And only the dominant can enter the apothecary, so yes, I'm taking Joshua.
Oh, to hell with your way! The boy is ill.
You think I don't know that? But the boy is also the Phoenix.
Those within whom sleeps the power of an icon, though they look and think no differently to any other man or woman, they can not only cast elemental magics without a crystal, but also transform themselves into beasts of world-shattering strength at any moment. A quality for which they are honored, worshipped, and feared the realm over. Duchess of Rosaria, wife of Archduke Elwyn and mother to Clive and Joshua. It was not only her beauty, but her connection to a bloodline that produced many previous dominants of the Phoenix that led to her being proposed as a bride for the young Archduke. Indeed, the two are cousins. Having known from a young age that her purpose in life was to preserve her Phoenix-bearing bloodline, she dotes on Joshua and scorns Clive. Now that is not uncommon in the Middle Ages, for cousins to wed and marry and bore children. Nowadays it's weird, to say the least. But back then that was a way for them to continue a bloodline to maintain control over a fiefdom. Indeed, just look at the British Royals, not Tamia. No, but the way they just snuck that in there was so funny. Got it. But it's not uncommon to read back into history and see that a lot of cousins kept the bloodline going before they branched back out again. The fact that they're folding this into here is unexpected, but not unsurprising. Grand Duchy of Rosaria, a nation occupying the western reaches of the continent of Storm with Rosalith as its capital. Rosaria was originally formed from a collection of smaller dominions, all of which now stand united under the banner of Archduke Elwyn Rosfield. Not possessing a mother crystal of its own, the duchy has long been locked in bitter conflict with the Iron Kingdom over possession of Drake's Breath, which lies still further to the west in the midst of the boiling sea. Family bushes, exactly Irish. Then we get Edgar Allan Poe and Jerry Lee Lewis, but whatever.
The heir to the throne. You can't keep him in swaddling clothes all of his life.
Elwyn!
Don't worry. Clive will watch over him. Though he is a youth of but 15 years, he's already a fine soldier. Will make a splendid shield.
You see more in him than the Phoenix did. He was rejected, Elwyn. Our household has no place for such a failure. He is worthless, a man like any other.
As am I, my dear.
Nonsense. You are the Archduke of Rosaria.
Oh, not this again. You know as well as I do that I only sit upon the throne because my father was taken before his time. I am merely warming the seat till Joshua comes of age.
You are your father's firstborn son, and you sit upon the throne. All is in its right place. Unlike some, you have not disgraced our noble blood.
Without men like Clive to keep us safe, your precious noble blood would long since have graced the gutter. We have an early start. I'm going to sleep.
You're welcome to. That's not my
This is
thing.
it then. Time to prove yourself.
Wishing on a star?
I'm a little old for that.
Oh, hero.
I should get some sleep.
Right. You're going with them tomorrow, aren't you?
I am Joshua's shield. I'm sworn to protect him. He takes too many risks. I only wish I could save him from himself.
Clive, you...
Exactly, Irish.
I have another mission too. Father has given me my first command.
Well, if you're not going to pray to Metia for your safe return, I shall just have to do it for you. There's going to be another war, isn't there? Since coming here, I've begun to take peace for granted. I assumed the war between our nations would be the last. But it never really ends, does it?
No. The next war will be bigger than before.
Man.
But you'll be alright, won't you, Clive? You're a shield of Rosaria, after all, and blessed by the Phoenix.
Yes, Jill, this is the flashback. I'll be just fine.
It's getting cold. We should go in. My lady.
Good night, Clive.
Firstborn son of the Archduke Elwyn, ruler of Rosaria. Though all expected him to inherit the Phoenix Flames and awaken as its dominant, destiny instead chose his younger brother Joshua to bear that burden. In search of a role of his own, Clive dedicated himself to mastering the blade, and his practice paid off when he was appointed First Shield of Rosaria, tasked to guard the Phoenix and blessed with the ability to wield a part of its fire. The Northern Territories, a bitterly cold region in the northern reaches of the continent of Storm. It was originally home to the mother crystal known as Drake's Eye. Nations whose belligerence proved troublesome for Rosaria over the centuries. In time, however, the mother crystal's power dwindled, and with it the power of these warlike nations. With the blight encroaching on their territory even evermore, the remaining tribes were united and pacified by Archduke Elwyn Rossfield of Rosaria in the year of 854, 6 years ago. Listen, I might let you guys know something. The only reason a hero knows that term is because he plays D&D. It's the only reason. All information is new to you. I made it this far in life as a mystery. Tanner is the Mr. Magoo of the world. He just stumbles through life, not aware of how bad things are. You read in a book first? All right, I stand corrected. I'm sorry. You read it from your Brent Weeks books? Metia, the burning red star that sits beneath the moon. Folklore ascribes to Metia the role of message bearer to the moon. Came out with another book. Yeah, see, was I wrong? So it is custom amongst Valisthea to wish upon the star that one's heartfelt desires might be conveyed to the heavens and beyond. How did I call it, though? I fucking knew it. I never finished that trilogy. I gotta read the last one.
Sorry, Ambrosia. We won't be hunting today.
Don't worry. I'm sure you'll do brilliantly.
I'll try.
See? See? I fucking know, man. Come on. Ambrosia. Born in the stables of Russell Castle, Ambrosia was chosen by the young Clive Rossfield to be his personal steed and raised by him from a chick. She is a proud bird and deeply loyal to her master, quickly turning her beak upon any but he who should attempt to pet her. Fuck that bird. Alright, Mia. Don't bother me none.
Good luck.
Got chicken for like a month.
Friends, we ride for Phoenix Gate. May the blessing of the crystals go with us and shield the Firebird's flame forevermore!
His Grace departs. Open the gates.
Also, I know you said fuck that bird because I said fuck that dog earlier. I got it. Archduke of the Grand Duchy of Rosaria and father of Clive and Joshua. Elwin was born before his father. The previous dominant of the Phoenix passed away, so he did not inherit the Icon's powers. Instead, he devoted himself to the study of swordcraft and statesmanship, that he might lead his country from the front, which he did to wide acclaim, in leading his armies and quelling the rebellious northern territories. Tanner, no, we're not doing that. Might have something to do with the Phoenix? In theory. In theory.
Lord Rossfield, allow me. I shall see her safely to Phoenix Gate.
Thank you.
We're ready to depart, my lord.
Oh, you guys are fucking
May
dead.
I say what an honor it is to serve alongside you?
This is to be no mere investigation. If there are goblins in Stillwind, they won't leave willingly. The Beastmen are a fierce foe. We underestimate them at our peril.
Not today, we won't.
Massive redshirt energy.
So Wade, Sir Tyler, let us do our duty.
Hero.
With pleasure, my lord.
Wade? Are you serious? Wow. Wade Tyler. That's a name I haven't heard since. Always using Wade and Tyler's for names. Party on Wade, party on Tyler. No, those names are used for a few Final Fantasy games as NPCs. We don't mention Obi-Wan Kenobi. That show was fucking trash. Displays all the locations available for fast travel. Cool. Stillwind, Western Rosaria. There was a time not long ago that the songs of civilization echoed through Stillwind's knotted bows. Now the settlements lie abandoned, and the only sounds to escape this forsaken place are the howls of beasts that have fled the Deadlands to make the bogs their home. Such a disappointment. All of Star Wars is trash. Gonna have you save a town with Wade and Tyler. My son Clive. I know, right? Okay, Wade's sacrifice must be acknowledged. First off, yes, Obi-Wan Kenobi was an incredible disappointment, and it's what made me stop watching Star Wars from now on. Herman, not all Star Wars is trash. Have you save a town with Wade and Tyler? My son, yeah, I got you, hero. Tanner, his sacrifice must be acknowledged. I'm talking about a Wade in relation to Final Fantasy games. I've stopped all Star Wars since Obi-Wan Kenobi. You have no Star Wars slander? Cork, have you talked to Mia, our resident Star Wars fucking nerd? I have stated this, and I will state this one more time. Obi-Wan Kenobi and The Rise of Skywalker were so fucking bad, I've literally given up with all Star Wars stuff. I no longer care. I'm not going to watch any of it. I'm done. I've accepted that I have what I enjoy, the handful of Star Wars films that I enjoy watching, and I'll watch them again. I am no longer interested in any future property or media that has Star Wars on it, including Andor. I'm not going to watch it because I'm just done with Star Wars. Those two things killed the desire for me to watch Star Wars so hard. I will, Herman, I will play Fallen Order and Survivor at one point in time. I have no soul. Hurts the most because it was almost good? No, it wasn't almost good. It was like 95% trash. 95% trash. And that's me being generous. So Obi-Wan and the sequel trilogy, well, the last movie in the trilogy, those things, I'm done. I've realized that any Star Wars stuff coming out right now, if it came out with the Revan TV series, no, I don't give a fuck about Revan. I enjoyed KOTOR, but I don't need any more of that. I'm good. I don't need any more. If a Revan TV show comes out, have fun. This gripe with The Rise of Skywalker is he banned a plot thread for the idea of Finn starting a Stormtrooper rebellion, or Luke having the idea that maybe the Jedi didn't have it right. Yeah, I'm not going to turn this from Final Fantasy into Star Wars. I'm just saying, got better when they stopped focusing on the Force. All I'm saying is that The Rise of Skywalker and the Obi-Wan Kenobi show were both so bad. It's a fine Tanner. This is my final say. Those two things were so bad, I realized that Star Wars is no longer for me. That's fine. I'm not one of these people that are crying because you ruined my Star Wars. I'm not saying that. I have my Star Wars. What's coming out right now is not my Star Wars. And I can accept that, and I can let that go. Because as much as I love Star Wars, it's not a part of my identity. So let the shows keep coming out. Let you guys keep enjoying them. Have fun. Enjoy. I want you guys to literally enjoy that, and I mean that. I just know that it's not for me anymore. So I can let you guys go do your thing and just enjoy what I have. It's just not for me. And that's my final say. Enjoy your shows. I'm glad. Continue watching them. Have fun. I hope they make you happy. I got a few things to show me. Can't wait. Cannot wait. Stream won't be 4 hours? Yeah. Jordan. Silly me. Silly me. I forgot how I like to fucking talk. Right? Jesus. Anyway. Yes. Star Wars, open, close. Enjoy it. Have fun. It's yours. I hope you like it. I'm not. It's not mine anymore. So I'm good. I have my stuff. Have you stopped with Red Dead 2 or taken a break? I'm taking a break on Red Dead 2. Real quick, I was having a hard time giving a shit about the game. I wasn't really caring about the characters there. I wasn't really interested or intrigued in an overarching story. I'm gonna come back to it because I want to give it the justice I think it deserves. Shut up, Tanner. It was feeling like a chore at the time because I didn't feel a connection to anybody. I think I've said this before. Arthur was a proxy. I might be. That's on the short list, Herman. Arthur Morgan is a proxy for you as you play. So he's kind of empty in a sense. You're like putting on a human suit. It's like VR. You're going into an outfit to interact in the world as Arthur, but Arthur isn't really this, that, or the other. He's your proxy for interacting in that world. And for me, that's hard to get attached to. And the overarching story was a little too loose for me, and that combined with the open world aspect of it, it was hard for me to find purchase, to grab on, to hold on, and to find enjoyment out of. There were set pieces and moments and specific instances that I enjoyed story-wise, but the overarching thing just wasn't really grabbing me. Not like Red Dead 1. That first episode, or the first hour of Red Dead 1, you're in it with John. Because you're not wearing the John Marston suit. You're watching John, and John is already a predefined person. And he had more character and more individuality and uniqueness than I've ever seen Arthur so far. So as it stands right now, I kind of felt like it was more of a chore to get through Red Dead 2. And the fact that everyone was hyping this fucking game up and it just wasn't hitting for me. I was like, I'm tired of hearing all these people saying, oh, you just wait. They're the same. Last time, that's why I like Red Dead 1 more. Yeah. They're the same people who are like, oh, you don't like kids, wait till you have one. It's like, no, you know what? Fuck you. So, Red Dead 2 is on hiatus. I'm gonna enjoy some video game browsing, trying out different types of games, different genres, different mechanics. Just enjoying for a little bit. I will return to Red Dead 2. I plan on finishing it. I want to finish it. I just don't have the desire right now. Does that help? Does that make sense at least? Yes, Herman. I know. That's on the list too. So yeah, I didn't hate it. I just... I lost interest. But I'll come around to it again. I haven't given up on the game. There we go. Star Wars and Red Dead. One conversation. Let's go. Let's move on, shall we? To Stillwind. Do I get to talk about these dumbasses? Here we go. The hype ruined it. To a sense, it did, Irish. To a sense, it was a little insurmountable for me, and I kind of got turned away from it. Sir Wade, loyal shield of Rosaria, chosen by Lord Commander Rodney Murdoch to accompany Clive on his expedition to Stillwind. Once but a low-born page, Wade was inspired to join the ranks after a woodpile fell on him and his life was saved by a young Joshua. Sir Tyler, a loyal shield of Rosaria and scion of a noble family, Tyler followed his father's footsteps in entering the service of his duchy, rising to the position of right-hand man to the Lord Commander. He was chosen by Lord Murdoch to accompany Clive on his expedition to Stillwind, a level head who could be trusted not only to obey the young Lord Marquess's orders and keep him safe, but to help keep the fiery Sir Wade in line. Goblins, a common species of beastmen. While at first glance they may seem like mindless predators, goblins have their own unique language and are skilled enough to both cast magics and make rudimentary tools and weapons. While mostly found on the continent of Storm, the spread of the Blight has forced them to find homes nearby human settlements, a move that oft ends in misunderstanding and bloodshed. Stillwind Marsh, an area of swampland that stretches northeast from Rosalith Castle. The odd village could once be found here, but nothing to compare to the lively settlements that line the main roads of the realm. And with the encroachment of the Blight and the creatures driven before it, even these scant settlements were soon deserted.
Keep your eyes open for those goblins. The reports placed them in this area.
It's all swamps from here. Watch your step, my lord.
And everything else.
I support that, Irish. Feeling overwhelmed? Try equipping one or more of the 5 timely accessories. For example, the Ring of Timely Strikes allows its wearer to chain complex attack combos only using square. Ring of Timely Focus slows time before an incoming attack, allowing for an extended evasion window. As all items, timely accessories can be equipped and unequipped in the Gear tab in the main menu. Wearing a beanie with emo bangs hanging out. Wouldn't be surprised. Herman, I'm not going to equip any of that.
Not exactly the most well-maintained path.
And who do you imagine would maintain it? They've all fled from the Blight.
It's hard to believe that anyone used to live here.
The old village of Stillwind is ahead. Not that there's a lot left of it.
Yeah. Wade, you dummy.
With me.
Use triangle after striking. Everybody was talking about why wouldn't you survive God of War's Locust War? If you know it, you're like, what if the human race was dead on the first day? So not alone, yeah. Offer weight up a sacrifice. Thinking about it. Use triangle after striking a opponent square to conjure a magic explosion that deals real damage. There's no attacks, parry, the strike. Okay.
Goblins. So the reports were true.
We should press on. There may be more ahead.
Weave those fireballs. Here's a question. Do we have random encounters, or are the encounters visible? Interesting.
Welcome to Still.
No. Okay. Ha! I like this. Ability points can be spent in the Abilities tab to acquire new abilities as well as upgrade existing ones. If you're unsatisfied with Clive's current build, reset and try again. Nice. Like, you think I'm just this curmudgeon who just loathes everything? Ah, Tanner. Okay.
Wind. Have care, my lord.
There's more.
Yup.
Down with you!
Take off what they deserve.
No one's that stupid, Tanner. Oh, interesting. You're right, there are some pretty stupid people out there. People who would play, wait a minute.
Watch out, my lord. Some of their number are spell slingers.
And what a number. We'll all have our hands full here.
Forevermore! Come on!
Fuck those dobbies.
We should be nearing the old village square.
It might not be a nest of goblins.
Boss arena.
Sneaky sods. We're trapped.
My lord. I'm working on it. He's the leader. But we'll have to take care of his followers first.
Care to thin the herd? As if you have to ask.
And then there was one.
Shit! He's invited a friend!
On your feet, Sir Wade. Here it comes.
Larger enemies must be faced with caution. They have far more HP than their smaller counterparts and will often use devastating abilities to overwhelm opponents. Use the Blessing of the Phoenix to not only deal considerable damage to these enemies, but also break their wills. Breaking an enemy's will can stagger it, leaving it unable to act and vulnerable to attacks.
Founder, that's a swing and a half. Be ready to move when it winds up for another.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Grab the wrong button. Oopsie. I'm trying to get that timing down again. No, too early. There we go.
My thanks.
Timing. And I keep forgetting the buttons. I keep hitting R2 instead of R1. Okay. It's hilarious watching me miss. Yeah. Staggered. Yup. Jesus. Yeah, it was.
My thanks.
Yeah.
All right then.
Thank you. Okay. I could have done a lot better, Tanner, but thank you. Yeah, good old sword slash the ass to end it. So I do all my battles, Herman. Separate results screen will appear displaying battle performance and rewards. Rewards are based on performance and may include items, gear. Okay. It is Pride Month.
Come back and fight, you coward! After him, before he summons the rest.
Yep. Oh, no, thank you. Oh, nothing else. Okay.
There he is. Damn it!
Optimizing? Is what you mean? Oh, down here. Recommend uninstalling. Thanks, Irish. You have a good night, man. Know what you meant?
This ends now.
He's gonna get killed by a bigger creature. Exactly, Tanner.
got in there?
Oh, lovely.
Warble. Let's go south. Keep clear of its maw, my lord. That thing's breath is worse than its bite. That reeks! I said stay away from its mouth! Come on! Scarcely touched you! I'll be fine now.
Where's it going?
Your guess is as good as mine. Don't!
Now! Before it recovers!
Well, I'm just a dude. Of course that's not going to happen. Wrong timing.
One more field.
Tanner.
Still needs me.
for long. I cannot fall here. Now for the final push, my lord!
I think we've made it angry.
I'd rather we made it die. Them. Lord
Fuck.
Rossfield.
Fuck. Almost had it. Sorry to disappoint you, Herman. Oh, at least it starts me off here.
I think we made it angry.
I'd rather we made it die.
That is a true statement, Herman. They'll watch the VOD back and I'd be like, you're a scrub. Yeah, one death. I'm not trying to prove anything. Thank you.
My lord. Thanks. I never thought I'd see it. Not just goblins in Rosaria, but Morballs too.
I'll petition His Grace to send a detachment. If we don't stop them here, they'll be at our gates before long.
You're right, Tanner. I did all right.
We should get moving. We don't want to be caught out here after dark.
If we set off now, we can still reach Phoenix Gate before nightfall.
Damned blight.
Too late. Already did. This aging seaboard citadel not only defends Rosaria from northern raiding parties, but also serves as sacred ground whereupon the duchy's dominant might commune with his or her ancestors and entreat their guidance on the eve of important battles. Sometime later. Consume the ancestors, right.
Suddenly, thousands of red eyes. No, wait till you hear this. Wait till you hear this. His lordship draws his sword. The goblin chief runs off screaming, straight down a Morbal's gullet.
Phoenix Gate, a walled keep situated near Rosario's northwestern border. It was originally constructed to serve as an outpost in the wars against the Northern Territories. But its true significance lies deep within the ruins atop which the stronghold stands. Here, in an ancient chamber accessible only to the dominant of fire, is held the rite of ancestral communion, an important ritual in which it is believed that the Phoenix can hear the words of the duchy's forebears. The ducal army, the loyal soldiery of the Duchy of Rosaria. They serve under the standing army's Lord Commander, whose task it is to enact the will of their sovereign, the Archduke. Those who show sufficient aptitude or who are blessed with a sufficient nobility of birth are made shields, personal retainers to the Archduke himself.
More tales! Drink and be merry, boys! Good work on the morrow. Must be gratifying to see your student making such a name for himself. The young lord has a bright future ahead of him.
Aye, and one of these nights he may even deign to join us.
Damn, Mia.
Are you unwell?
No, Father. Just a little tired.
Well, it has been a long day.
They all like Clive, don't they?
Aye. Your brother will be a fine shield. We're all very proud of him.
Father? Why is it that the dominance is always born into our family? It doesn't seem fair.
We cannot live without the blessing of the crystals. And the crystals work their magic through us.
Hi,
You
Bianca.
have been blessed, Joshua. Blessed to be a dominant, to wield the power of an icon. Our family has been chosen to share that power with the people. So that is what we must do.
Hope you're well. Understood, friend. Oh, good God. God, woman. Yes, Bianca.
Louder, my
Thank you.
friends! Louder!
Yes.
I don't suppose I'll be missed.
Poor Jill. She'll be wondering where you've got to. So much for you being a fine hound.
So this is where you've been hiding.
What are you doing out here?
I didn't see you at the feast.
Feasts are the only time shields are allowed to take their ease, and I've never really been one for cakes and ale.
It's the vegetables I don't like. I hear you slew a Morble. All the men were singing your praises.
They never used to. When I joined the ranks, everyone thought I was a spoilt little lordling. If I didn't know how to handle a sword, I'd be a laughingstock. The Archduke's firstborn failure. You're the one they really believe in. I'm jealous.
That's not true. They don't believe in me. They believe in the power of the dominant.
My brother the Phoenix, ruler over life and death.
It isn't fair. It should have been you. I don't have what it takes to lead our people. I don't have the strength. But you do.
Every man has his duty. Ours was decided long ago, when our ancestors chose to instate the dominant as the Archduke of Rosaria.
The highest of the noble houses of Rosaria, the dominant of the Phoenix is always born into the Rossfield line, and so it is always a Rossfield who sits upon the ducal throne.
All to ensure that whenever our nation stood on a precipice, the Phoenix would rise from the flames to drag us back from the brink. The fate of Rosaria sits on the dominant's shoulders. It is your duty to bear that burden.
What about you?
I was born to be your shield. That is why I was given the Phoenix's blessing. To keep our future rulers safe. No matter what. However hard it gets. I'll never let you down.
Thank you, Clive. I know you'll always take care of me.
Before I can do that, you need to take care of yourself. All right?
I should go inside. It's past my bedtime. Good night, Torgal.
Supplies from the capital.
You took your time sampling the wares, were you?
You dummies. You're all dead.
It's a good job the North is full of enterprising traders keen to keep us in wine.
Spare a barrel for the boys on duty, eh?
What in the...
Tale as old as time. Shocked, I say, Mia.
Captain, we proceed as planned.
Alright. No information to give. Right, Krim? I wonder.
Forgive me, my prince. It's me, Wade. You probably don't remember me.
I remember. What is it?
We're under attack. I don't know who they are, but they've
Sure.
set light to half the castle. I must get you to safety, Your Highness.
Very well. I'm ready.
Follow me, Your Highness.
Flight of the Fledgling. You will later? Alright.
Are the enemy already inside the castle?
I'm afraid so, Your Highness. We must hurry.
Stay inconspicuous. Stay out of hiding. Oh, okay. You got the fireball. Never mind. Alright. Just follow me then.
What was that?
Is Wade or Elite Kinds?
Everything's on fire.
Fall back, Your Highness! He's not one of us!
No. I must do my duty.
Bloody lordling. You've been watching your brother.
I saw them at the feast. They were laughing.
This is Sambra Quargarb. But why would the Empire...
We must find my father.
Who does that?
Boy, take him! Traitors are everywhere.
Why would the Empire do this?
Agreed.
They're our allies.
Then you think he's channeling the Phoenix, of course. But the vessel is weak. And the magic's so strong. What was he, 9?
I have the dominant.
$10? Yeah. Of course Swan told you.
Tyler!
Thanks, sir.
Damn it! His wounds are deep.
I can save him.
Your Highness,
Don't worry. You're going to be all right.
I'll hold them off.
Clive!
Joshua! Come here. Tyler, you're hurt.
I'll survive. Thanks to His Highness.
Your Grace! Lord Murdoch!
You rescued the young prince. Well done, Sir Wade.
I'm in your debt, soldier.
Thank you, Your Grace.
We cannot stay here. We should make straight for the rear gate.
Omir lost Alan, Tuisa Gelith. May the winds speed you to Rosalith.
The north gate's up ahead. There are chocobos in the stables. Father, take Joshua and get to safety.
No, I'm not going without you.
Shut the
You're
fuck
supposed
up.
to be my shield, remember?
I remember, which is why I'm going to hold the enemy here while you make your escape.
I will order our remaining forces to rally at the gate. Now go.
I will do my duty. You must do your duty too.
I know.
You have to keep Father safe. I'm counting on you, Joshua.
dead.
Oh, that's where I came from. Okay.
Damn it all.
Captain! Take them.
Let none escape.
As you command. You take care of that spellcaster. I'll keep the others occupied.
Down with you!
That's them done. Are you all right?
I'm fine. It's my father and Joshua I'm worried about. We should head back.
Clive, look out!
May I have this dance?
He's an Imperial Dragoon.
And you are the shield who was blessed by the Phoenix. Not that it will save you! There you are!
Yep.
Stay still, damn you!
Your time is past!
Take this! I'm in your debt. He's open! Now, Clive! Have at it!
Well, he's a Dragoon, that's why.
You're going to regret that, boy.
Ah!
Nice picture of him. No, not one. Not a good night at all. That was a good fight.
Are you hurt?
I'm
Thank
fine.
you, Mia.
So, they sent in the Dragoons.
Called it.
Imperial Vipers. Do they really mean to invade us?
Not yet. Their numbers were too few. They were not here to take the castle. They were here to take heads. Our work is done. We should return to my father.
My lord, look. We issued these sashes but yesterday. In Rosalith. If they were already among us, what if there were others?
Father and Joshua are in danger.
We must hurry. Take your steed.
What is that?
Nothing to worry about. You're good. Yeah.
Uncle, you're all right. Thank goodness.
Your Grace, is everyone safe?
For the moment. We ride for Rosalith to rally our forces. I will need your help to see Joshua safely back to the capital. On you get, Joshua.
Oh, shut up, Herman.
Father?
I'm sorry, Your Grace, but that won't be possible. You honorless snakes!
Stay back! I'm warning you!
Run, Joshua, run! No!
Duke Leto. I mean... Archduke Alwyn.
Traitors! Your Highness!
I called it, Tanner.
You must do your duty too. You have to keep Father safe.
I have to. I had to.
You're about to try to fuck up a kid who's gonna turn into a nuclear bomb?
I'm counting on you, Joshua.
Oh, fuck.
Right, you idiots?
Kill him! Now!
He's the vessel for a fucking deity.
Phoenix.
Dummies.
The Phoenix!
Yep.
Lord Murdoch! His Highness! Joshua! Stop this!
He's lost control. I have to do something. I have to save him.
No, my lord! Fall back!
Clive!
Ambrosia took one for the team.
Thank you, God. You saved my life.
Herman.
mustn't run. Please. Joshua, are you in pain? Not now.
Herman.
Come on! You're his shield. Do your duty. Save him.
My lord?
What in the name of...
Shit going down. Good luck at work, Mia. Thanks for being here, friend. The Phoenix, the Warden of Fire, whose strength resides within Joshua Rossfield, heir to the Rosarian throne. The Phoenix is always born in the ducal line and is worshipped by the populace, not least because its flames of both destruction and regeneration have delivered the duchy from disaster many times over.
A second icon of fire. But that's impossible.
Poor Murdoch.
Who are you? Me! No! Leave me alone!
Following commands are available when playing as the Phoenix. Fire, aim, evade, target, circle, expand, that's your time to fire.
This cannot be! There is only one icon of fire! Is this the repository? He's destroying everything!
I tried.
You'll bring the castle down, and everyone with it! I have to stop him!
Looks gorgeous. Sounds great. Rip those two dudes. Yes, Carter. Well, rip Joshua.
I'll kill you! I'll fucking kill you! Please!
Quite a mess that monster made.
Yep, Scooter.
And shame about the Phoenix, but can't be helped. No, my condolences, Your Grace. Is there aught we can do?
Haven't you done enough, Captain? Joshua was my world, and now he is gone. I can only pray there will be a place for me in the world his radiance seeks to create.
I see.
Shut up, Scooter.
Your Grace, over here. The rubble must have protected him from the worst of the flames.
Tanner.
Shall we take him prisoner?
No need for that. Kill him. Wait. As my husband never tired of telling me, he is a fine soldier. I'm sure he would make an excellent addition to the Imperial front line. All in its right place.
But to Clive. For which reason she betrayed her husband that she might enter in league with the force she judged the mightier, the Holy Empire of Sanbreque. It was Annabella's treachery that led to the disaster at Phoenix Gate. Yeah, right. I didn't even see your thing until now. Force of the Holy Empire of Sanbreque, while officially under the command of the Cardinals, it is Holy Emperor Sylvester Lesage, whom the Legion truly serve. On the battlefield, the dragoons, peerless lancers renowned throughout the realm, are the Empire's keenest weapon, descending from the skies to sow terror and disarray among their hapless foes.
Take this one. Chin up, lad. You're going to be a soldier.
Joshua.
Right. Let me use the bathroom real quick. I'll come back and we'll talk. So, I did not finish the entire game, you numbnuts. I look forward to finishing playing in 3 years when you get to 16, probably next year, at the pace I'm going. 10 years and it's on sale for 10. We'll see. First off, just from the demo alone, if there are people that are saying that this is not Final Fantasy, they're just fucking idiots, I guess. Right? Like, it's totally Final Fantasy. It's very early Final Fantasy, too. If the rest of the game continues on, well, there's not many thoughts, to be honest, Hero. If the rest of the game plays like the demo did, this is a great game. This should be an incredibly fun game. I liked it all. The story's great. Gameplay's fun. I've told some of you guys this. I'm not really a demo guy. I'll either know or I won't, you know? I'm either going to be interested in the game or not, but I don't usually try out demos. I played Lies of P for about an hour, and from that hour, even though I got frustrated and quit because I wasn't in the mood for a Souls game at the time, I know that's a game that I'm interested in playing. This, I didn't need to play this demo. I knew I was going to play this game, simply from what I'd seen so far. It's a great demo, yeah. It gives you everything. It gives you some leveling up. It gives you combat. It gives you story. Now, granted, earlier on, when I made that comment about Duke Leto Atreides, some of you might not be familiar with it. It's from Dune. It's House Atreides is a family, a very powerful house, political power. The Worm movie, right. Korg. And they get sent to take over from the Harkonnen and by the Emperor to go rule Arrakis. Dune. The planet of the sand. But what they were doing was actually setting up House Atreides. I didn't realize how visceral and well that fight was until you could only hear it. Kind of brutal. Yeah. Kind of brutal. And what happened to House Atreides in Dune is almost identical to what happened here, including a betrayer from inside. So, yeah. I mean, the fantasy tropes are all there, right? We're not breaking new ground. It's how you use them. Similar, I had a brief back and forth with somebody in another Discord server about originality in movies. And I was commenting on how some movies were original, and they came back saying no, they weren't because it was done before. And I said, technically, everything has been done before, but the originality comes into place is how you take certain components of different things and breathe your life into them and make them your own. Sure, there are kernels of other things in your project, but it's how you twist them enough, manipulate them. Tropes are tropes. What sets them apart is how exactly. That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. So playing this, they had the tropes, they had the fantasy tropes, and I called it at the very beginning. As soon as I saw the dad, I called it, right? But that doesn't matter. It's how they deliver it. It's how they execute it. This was very well executed. So yeah, I look forward to playing this when I get to it. I only have 9 games to get to it. Can't wait. But yeah, I'll now I can go and actually watch Tori's VOD. And I'll watch 1 or 2 others to see how they react. But no, you can see why you guys are all enjoying this game. Only 9, right. I still have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 11, I think, 13, and 15. Yeah, 9. And I'm playing those on my off time, so X2. If X2 is available to me on PlayStation Plus, yeah, I'll play that. Oh, 13 as well. I'm not touching the MMOs. I'm only focused on single players. But again, I'm playing these on my own time. I'm not stuck to playing them 8 hours a week. I'm still playing different games on stream, but on my off time, as Hero and Herman can attest, I'm just playing this on my off hours. So knowing how long is it taking me to get through each game, I'll probably be touching this one next year when I get around to it. 5's interesting. I like 5. I'm not very far into 5, only about 8 to 9 hours into 5 right now. But 5, do we ever find Hero? That was 3. That was rough. 3, so the first, Final Fantasy 1 was just Final Fantasy. It was just, we're breaking ground and trying something new. And they did, and it was great. And then Final Fantasy 2 came along, and I believe 2 tried the jobs, but it was just interchangeable jobs where each item, the story was, who cared about the story? It was really just not good. But the unique thing about Part 2 was that if you wanted to be, you could use and equip whatever you wanted and level that specific up. If you want to use axes, all right, well, you're leveling your axes up to use axes. You want to use swords, leveling up your swords. You want to use magic, you have to level up. The more you use the spell, the better the spell is, that type of thing. So they tried that out a little bit. 3 introduced a story. Trying to weave together a story wasn't that good. And what I did was I had the ability to name everybody, so I named them after Herman and Hero and Stasi and Swan. And then immediately, I don't have Hero in the party. It's just 3 of my 3 guys. And Hero's gone the whole fucking game. Finally find him until like the last hour or 2 of the game, narratively. And it came out of nowhere. So they were trying out the story stuff in 3, and it was really kind of ass. 4 I just beat. 4 is part 2 in the States. And this is one of my personal favorites. And it is strong story. It introduces red mages. I think 3 introduced red mage actually. But 4 was the best story so far. Now 5's introducing jobs where you have, every time you unlock some jobs, you can get a job. And you equip that and, shut up, Hero. And as you are learning this job, say you're learning ninja, the more you level up ninja, the more you learn certain ninja attributes, like steal and see hidden passages. So then later on, when you switch from that job of ninja and you go to white mage, you still can equip a single attribute. So I can be a white mage now, casting white mage spells, but I can add the attribute steal, because I learned it already from the ninja. So you have jobs and the abilities attached to those jobs, and you can kind of create unique combinations of a fighter that can cast black magic, or a wizard that can equip armor, or any other things. And there's so many unique different things in there. So I'm playing through 5 right now, and the story's alright, nothing too fantastic. But the job thing is really intricate and deep, and I'm enjoying that a lot. So I'll probably have that done in a couple weeks. And then I'll move on to 6, which is 3 in the States, which I never finished. And that's the, what were they called them? The Ethers? What should a Final Fantasy virgin play first? You won't, but you're curious? If you're new to Final Fantasy, you probably don't want to play the Pixel remasters, because they're old. And that's going to be hard for you to glom on. As much as I really regret saying it, 3 in the States, 6 in the sheets. As much as I regret saying it, I would say try to get Final Fantasy VII Remake. That is the most palatable of the Final Fantasies right now. I would say 16. I would say this, but this is still full price. And I wouldn't want you, I mean, I guess you play the demo in here and this would sell you, right? Playing this demo would sell you as to whether or not you're interested. But if not that, 9 and 10 wouldn't be bad. They're a little old. They're PS1, PS2 graphics. So if you're a Final Fantasy virgin, but you can't really handle old graphics, so you need newness, try this or 7 Remake. Because that's probably your best entry into Final Fantasy. It's not the 7 Remake isn't the best game, it's the best entry. I remember which it was when I first was one of the old PS1s, didn't finish it, but played around for a few hours. The PS1 was 7, 8. Forget 9 and 10. Were those PS2 or were those PS1s as well? 10 was PS2. Was 9 still PS1? Doesn't matter. Me as a quitter. That's what I would say. I enjoyed this a lot. This was good. I can see why everyone's hyped about it. I mean, it's Final Fantasy. I'm glad it's getting the recognition that it's getting, because it seems to be very well done. But there you go. Final Fantasy demo, literally taking me 4 hours because I talk too much. What a surprise. But with that, that means I got to figure out what I'm playing tomorrow. And I already know what it is. So tomorrow, I'll be playing and starting. You talk the exact right amount. I'm really good at that. I'm really good at this. When I play D&D with my friends, I have 4-hour sessions because I'm doing it on Zoom. And my concern is always making sure that it stops at a good stopping point. So one of my abilities is a natural knack of being able to end the session on a good point of intrigue or suspense or something. So I guess I'm just naturally good at just talking for fucking ever. Could have talked a little more. I'm good, Herm. The Lego story is for another day, Tanner. It's for another day. As for tomorrow, as I was saying, tomorrow we start Disco Elysium. I've heard a lot of good things about it. How many here have played Disco Elysium? No problem, Hero. Oh, this is one of the things you were going to use, Tanner? I've never heard of it. Not, but I've seen and heard some cool stuff. Right. To be frank, there's been one person in the server who has preached this game from the rooftops consistently since I've known them. And that's Kimmy. Kimmy is the #1 fan for Disco Elysium in the server. You're going to force me to play this? I've been interested, but it's always been like $30, and I'm like, I don't know if this interest is worth it. We can definitely talk about that later, Tanner. But it dropped down to $13. It's currently $13 through the 6th. Right. So, tomorrow night, we start Disco Elysium. And it's going to be a weird fucking game, but we're in it. And we'll be partaking in that. Yep. I know it's weird. Disco Elysium. Hold on, let me see my email. The Final Cut. Yeah, Final Cut. So we'll be doing that. Oh, cool. I look forward to it then. No idea. No clue. But that's it for us today, everybody. Final Fantasy 16 demo. Done and dusted. Enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed it too. As I said, I'll be back tomorrow night, 5:30 Central. So we start Disco Elysium and enjoy whatever wild ride that's going to deliver to us. But as I always do for my sign-off every time, whether you spoke a lot, whether you spoke a little, or whether you didn't speak at all, it doesn't matter. All that matters is you were here and you hung out and you had a good time. Hopefully you were able to just get away from things for a while and listen to me ramble on and on and on. That's all. I appreciate all of you for being here. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. Please enjoy the rest of your evening. Those of you that are working, good luck at work. Those of you that are going to bed, good luck sleeping. Those of you that should be going to bed but aren't going to bed, you know who you are. So am I, Mia. None of us spoke at Herman. Herman. Man, dude dips away for fucking a month, comes back, and now he doesn't shut up. I swear. I'll see you all again tomorrow night. Good luck. As always, you still got a lot to learn, right, Mia? As always, be safe. Be kind. And take care, my friends. And we'll talk to you all later. It's all good, Jordan. Don't worry about it. All right, now everyone get the fuck out.